podcast. This is the Bearsman podcast. Thanks for listening to the Bearsman podcast.
Welcome back.
I was about to say it too, and you said it.
Okay, you go ahead.
Welcome back, guys, to the Bear With Me podcast, episode 16. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for giving a shit.
Thanks for telling your mom and telling your dad
Yep. We appreciate the love
and the hate.
and the hate. Bring on the hate, brothers. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Has anyone told you about yay or nay if they like the podcast? We've shared how people feel about me on the podcast on some of the comments. but-
Likewise.
Yep. Has anyone actually come up to you and been like, hey, your podcast fucking sucks, dude?
Nope.
Nope. I haven't had anyone tell me that. I've had a few people say I started listening to it, but I found it wasn't really for me anymore. And I was
Really?
like, oh, why so? And they're like, well, I agree with a lot of the stuff you say, but I just rather not be associated with the podcast. I'm like, but you just said you agree with everything that we talk about. Yeah, but some of the stuff you guys say is a little edgy. And I was like, edgy?
The truth is edgy.
What's the word you really want to say? Just say it. Go ahead, say it. They're like, well, it's not that you guys are like racist because you guys don't say racist things, but like you really toe the line. I was like,
How?
I was like, okay, sure, fair. I guess we toe the line a little bit.
We
but
make jokes. Sure, you got me there. But, I mean, we just call out the actions of people that maybe don't look like us. It doesn't make us racist.
mm-mm. No, but you're white and you can't make fun of any other culture.
That's how they've done it these days because then the native populations of white countries can't speak up about the people they're bringing in.
Yeah. Well, it's just I feel like everyone who's white now kind of feels that. It's just like white people are the only race that you can literally make fun of, and there's no like blowback for it. You can say whatever you want about them. There's nothing. It's like, oh, you're just a white man, blah blah blah. Reverse that. If you're like, well, you're just a black man. They'd be like, excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
Mm-hmm.
But because it's white people and only white people can be racist, it kind of falls in. But I just ignore it for the most part. I get a lot of not a lot of comments. I get a lot of like praise about the podcast. I get a lot of people at the gym that I see in the morning. They tell me what they like, what they don't like. I tend to, listen to what they say sometimes. But, if you come at, excuse me, that Zin was a little tart. Sorry, guys.
That too.
That 11 milligram Zin hit me right in the suck there. And it almost went down my fucking throat. Gosh, that was...
An Irishman went down me throat.
Irishman or a Newfie. She went down my throat there, bye.
Yeah.
She just shot me right in the gums there. But listen, I'll take criticism all day long. And I know some people are going to roll their eyes about that, but you got to come at it in a good way.
You can't just say stuff without having facts or proof behind it.
Well, not even that, but like if you come up to me like, yeah, your podcast fucking sucks, I'd be like, oh, wow, thank you for letting me know how you feel. But if you're like, yeah, your podcast is pretty good, but, I don't necessarily agree with the things you guys say on this and that, or I found the way you kind of said this was insensitive, sure, come at it that way, and I will either agree or disagree. 99% of the time, I'll probably, agree somewhat, but just, don't be a pussy. Everything that we say on the podcast is not to hurt anyone's feelings or...
If it hurts your feelings, I'm not sorry.
Give your balls a tug.
Yeah.
Or, squish your ovaries. I don't know. Just don't let words upset you so much.
Look, if words upset you that much, you probably need some help. Sorry. You're a little weak in the head, and you should probably go out east to the other countries, like in Africa or the Middle East. You think they give a shit about words?
No.
They're surviving over there. Why don't you go live in a country that's in survival mode and see what it really means to feel bad about something or to be offended by something. Good luck even walking over there.
You went dark with that one.
You know
You
why?
don't like our podcast? We'll go to the Middle East. See how they fucking feel about it.
See how
mate.
people really live.
All right, you think it's bad on our podcast? Go to Jordan. See how they're doing. Go to Egypt. You want? Yeah.
Yeah, and better yet, create your own podcast and say whatever the hell you want on it.
I wish somebody would make a podcast just to talk shit about our podcast.
Counter podcast.
Yeah. This is the Don't Bear With Me podcast, where we just talk shit about the Bear With Me podcast. Could you hear the dumb shit they were saying on last week's episode there, Greg? Yeah, Tom. Those guys, those right-leaning white nationalists, those guys are fuckers. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I agree.
Maybe we should put on some tie-dye shirts and be the counter podcast to ourselves.
Tie-dye shirts. Yeah.
That's what it would be. That's what it would be.
My thing is, like, how did the gay community get all the colors?
They robbed us of the rainbow.
Yeah, the rainbow used to be cool. You tie-dye shirts and all. Now, if you wear a tie-dye shirt, they're like, "Wow, are you an ally?" It's like, no, dude. I was into tie-dye. Like back in the day, if you wore a tie-dye shirt at school, it's like either you smoked pot, sold pot, or you were in your Bob Marley days.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, you wear a tie-dye shirt, like, oh my gosh, what are your pronouns?
Yeah.
What do you identify as? It's like, what? No, I'm just wearing a tie-dye shirt. No. How do you really feel though? Like, tell us. This is a safe space. It's like, no, just wearing a tie-dye shirt, dude.
Well, even when you were a kid back in the day, when you'd wait for it to rain, you'd wait to see the rainbow. Now, as an adult with all this stuff, I just turn around. I don't even look anymore.
See a rainbow, it's like, oh God.
God.
They're probably doing some rally over there.
Constant reminder.
Oh, that's where the gays are, right over there.
That rainbow's got a lot of pride in it.
Yeah. Pride. Oh, dude, I want to talk. Okay, so speaking of this, I'm going to send you this photo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Already jumping into a hot topic. So
on Instagram?
This is I took this photo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
you gonna email it?
Yep, I'll email it to you right now. So I was driving down the road and I saw this. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna send this to Quentin quickly here. And
okay.
It kind of caught my eye.
Okay. What was it?
So, I'll get you to pull it up. So, it was a church sign.
Oh, dear.
Outside of a church, clearly.
United Church?
Nope. It was the Lutheran Church of, I think, Jesus Christ. I'm not sure.
What, the Latter-day Saints guys?
No. It wasn't that.
Okay.
But the sign, once you pull up the photo here, you'll see. It is this one. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
So, do you see what I mean? So it says Sunday service, 10 a.m., free film night. And then on the corner, it has a Black Lives Matter sign. And then it has the Pride or the LGBTQ flag. And then it has the All Children Matter flag. Now, one of the sins they talk about in the Bible, which is like one of the biggest ones, is pride itself. And it's funny because at church last Sunday, that's what we were literally talking about. And I was going to show my pastor this photo, be like, hey, what's your take on this? But I didn't get a chance to. Now, being gay is considered a sin. Now, showing that flag that I don't know if it's like saying all people are welcome, but like pride itself is a sin. Then you have the pride flag. Now, all churches, I'm pretty sure, welcome gay people, but they're not going to celebrate it because it's still a sin.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever way you feel about that. But the fact that they're putting it outside their church, I'm like, I feel like this is just a little too much. Like I've seen countless churches online that were like, yeah, Jesus was gay. All like that is such a load of bullshit. And the fact that they're putting this outside their church, I think it's a slap in the face to God.
Look, there's a difference between being welcoming to people, whether they're sinning or not, and straight up activism.
Yeah.
That's activism. There's nothing else.
We're not supposed. Why are we celebrating that? Pride is thing you it's one of the biggest sins is pride.
Pride for what though?
Pride for being gay, I guess, and then like the whole Black Lives Matter thing.
We're talking about a sexuality though. You know what I mean? When you break it down,
Yeah.
it's who you have sex with.
Well,
That's what it is. It's really what it is. It just means two dudes or two girls. It's
yeah.
not like you're championing some great heroic thing. It's like you're being prideful of who you sleep with.
Yeah, I didn't get it. It caught me off guard. I was like, holy crap. I didn't think I would see that here, but
Well, it's everywhere. Even in the church that we got married in,
yeah.
there was a rainbow flag in there. I said, take it down.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law was like, well, why do you want to take it down? I'm like, my wife is like, don't.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, just take it down.
Yeah, no, I don't. Sorry. That there should be no flag flown in a church to begin with. And if any flag should be flown, it's either the Canadian flag or the Albertan flag. No flag higher than that. And the fact that they have the pride flag on there, I was just like, wow, that's not a slap in the face of God, is it?
Well, that's exactly what it's meant to be.
Yeah, it's too much. But I was driving by that and I was like, I had to stop and take a photo. I'm like, this is crazy.
It's everywhere now. I heard something that they get paid to have the flags there too. So it's activism, but there's also incentive.
Yeah, no, not at my church. I hope my church never does that because that's just insane.
Well,
But
I doubt they would.
let's hope. You never know nowadays with things, but
Well, when people stop donating and they start saying, hey, look, we're not supporting that, then they will stop.
yeah,
The problem is that the people who are for those flags go to those churches.
yes, agreed. Anywho, so how was your Remembrance Day?
It was great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
I
thinking
saw
back to the fallen heroes.
right, and shout out to all our vets, all the former and serving guys. We appreciate what you guys do. I
Yep.
mean, it takes a lot. I know the Canadian Army is not the easiest to deal with, but that's still a sacrifice that a lot of men and women still make and do. And I respect anyone who's willing to do that. And we should hold the fact that they only get a week is kind of astounding to me. Kind of loops back to the whole Pride thing. Like Pride Month, it's a whole month, and like the vets get 1 week. That's it.
Oh, I've seen in the States that they have like 253 days. The LGBT people.
Yeah. Well,
Where are your priorities at?
yeah. What are you sacrificing? Nothing. Beat it.
Yeah.
Anywho, so we got some cool or interesting topics to talk about regarding Remembrance Day.
We do.
So our first one of the day, let's pull this up. Yes. So the poppy flag itself is, I guess, not allowed in our courtroom.
Yeah, I heard that the judge said that they didn't want to allow poppies in the courtroom because it would push people to bring other things into the courtroom, as if this shouldn't be worn by everyone, no matter where you work or what your establishment is across the country.
Yeah. What was this news claiming?
The poppy is a symbol of remembrance that's supposed to transcend political rifts or tiffs, honoring those who sacrificed their lives to ensure Canada's continued existence. And yet, to some judges in the country, it's now considered so political that it must be banned from the courtroom. Nova Scotia and Saskatchewan are the prime offenders. I'm surprised Saskatchewan's in there. In Nova Scotia, all judges and staff are expected not to wear any symbols of support in the courtroom as a matter of neutrality. What do you mean neutrality? Remembering the fallen soldiers of World War II? Really?
Well, World War II, World War One,
One, yeah.
the Afghan War,
Yeah.
anything.
According to spokesperson Andrew Preeper, the Nova Scotia courts consider the poppy to violate that rule.
That's a joke.
Staff who wish to wear poppies in the courtroom were advised to speak with the presiding judge, and conversations as needed have occurred around that specific topic. It is within the discretion of the presiding judge, he added. It was reported earlier that sheriffs were ordered not to wear them and that clerks had to receive permission.
Well, that's a fucking joke.
That's insanity.
Is this not a Canadian courtroom?
It's supposed to be.
So tell me how that makes any sense whatsoever. You're showing support for the country that you're literally, representing law in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like imagine going to like a Ford dealership, and they're like, you can't wear the Ford logo here. That's not allowed.
That's crazy. Prieper did not answer whether the poppy ban applied to lawyers appearing before the court. It was permitted for members of the public, however. He cited the Canadian Judicial Council's ethics guidelines on neutrality as support for this rule, which state that visible symbols of support should not be worn by judges. Support of troops who defended the country and your right to be a judge.
Yeah.
Lunacy. It's absolutely. They're tearing down every piece of fabric that holds this country together. That's what they're doing. They're getting rid of the poppy. They're changing the national anthem to Hindi music or whatever the hell it is. Muslim Arabic chants. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's getting out of control. When you can't wear a poppy on Remembrance Day, no matter where you work, this is just inverse reality BS.
Well, dude, like a year and a half ago, I was coming out of a 7-Eleven, and there's these kids, and they took their poppies, they took them off, and they threw them on the ground, and I snapped.
Oh, yeah.
I got so mad. I was like, oi! I was like, pick that up right now. I was like, you know how fucking rude that is? And of course I met with, fuck you.
Yeah, of course.
Well, like young kids being stupid.
And these are grown adults.
Yeah, this is insane. Yeah. What a joke.
What a joke.
Imagine, like, soon they're going to say the Canadian flag, you can't have that in courtrooms.
Well, they're doing that, well, not in the courtrooms, but they're doing that in Britain where you can't fly the Britain flag. Like, it's a symbol of hate now because people get offended.
Well, if you get offended by the country's flag, maybe don't stay in that country anymore.
You probably shouldn't be there.
See you later. And this kind of comes up to another thing with the poppy, which, do you want to play that clip from the girl?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear what she has to say.
Okay.
I haven't heard this one yet, so this should be interesting.
Neither have I. See what she's got to say.
What these brave men and women have done for our country and not being able to honor them by wearing poppies while I'm arguing for freedom and protection tugs at my heartstrings. I have grandparents that have fought in the war. I have family members that are part of the Legion. And I did go to school in the States, and I had many friends that were in the military and went overseas to fight for freedom. We have freedom of speech.
Exactly.
So she's upset that she's being told she can't wear her poppy while in the courtroom, which is,
It's a symbol of freedom.
Not nowadays, it's not.
No, and these are probably the same judges that allow criminals out on bail.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. It's just absolutely insane.
Being told you can't wear a poppy, especially like during Remembrance Day, like
what a joke.
Yeah, like I'd like to know like who these judges are.
Yeah, I know. Who approved that? Who passed that down to the judges?
Yeah.
Let me take a guess. You want to take a guess?
Yeah.
The Liberal Party of Canada.
That just seems like even when they're in the House of Commons, you see the Liberals wearing poppies. So, like, what makes it any difference between the courtroom in, Ottawa versus this courtroom in Nova Scotia?
It's just a further decline of national unity and pride. Real pride.
Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. I would hate to see someone who serves in our armed forces see that clip and be like, wow.
Well, it goes back to the guy who was speaking in front of people in the government where he said the country he left to fight for is not the same country he came back to.
Yeah. Well, are you talking about the old guy?
No, just
let's find that clip. Oh my God, dude, that broke my heart.
Where was it?
It's on YouTube. Just type in World War II, Canadian World War II vet. And dude, it made me so upset. This no, not that one. He was on a talk show. Just put not worth fighting for. Nope, go down. Oh shit. It was on some.
Well, this one.
Fast forward it. See if it. Yeah, no, that's not it either. Here, I'll see if I can pull it up quickly.
All right, you pull it up.
Okay.
I'll pull up the other thing in the meantime.
Okay.
So you're not allowed to wear poppies in courtrooms, but this is a new postage stamp going around in Canada. Go figure. Private Sing. Soon enough, they're going to change the movie Saving Private Ryan to Saving Private Sing. It's going to happen. You watch.
Message.
Yeah. Here, I just sent it to you on our Instagram, but let's talk about this first. So, yeah, I heard a lot of people online were not happy about this. It was a Remembrance Day, like, what do you call it? Like postage stamp. Another thing too, who the hell uses postage stamps anymore? I mean, I guess a lot of people still do. That's kind of a stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
But read the clip, what it says here.
More than 250,000 Sikh soldiers served with Britain and its allies during the two world wars. In Canada, discrimination prevented many Sikhs from enlisting. Only 10 broke the barrier in the First World War, most fighting with the Canadian Expeditionary Force in Europe. Nearly a century later, the forgotten stories of these and other Sikh soldiers in Canada came to light. Private Buckham Singh's grave at Mount Hope Cemetery in Kitchener, Ontario, is the site of an annual Remembrance Day ceremony held in their honor. Discrimination. They always have to talk about racism. Like, why?
What okay.
Discrimination. Like,
so my thing, only 10 out of the, how many did it say?
It said 250,000 Sikh soldiers served with Britain and its allies.
Yeah.
Only 10 in Canada.
Okay. So a little stat that I had that came up showed this. It said, I'll read it to you. 10 out of the 620,000 soldiers in World War II were Sikhs. Out of the 1.1 million soldiers in World War II.
Is this Canada?
Yep. Only 100 were Sikh. And then I don't have the clip pulled up, but it said something about a large portion of the Sikh soldiers refused to fight.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say if that's true or not. I wish I had the info to back that up. But nonetheless, if these guys did serve, they did their part, and we should honor them in the correct way. But I feel like such a small portion did. And I feel like maybe there was other people we could have, supported or made more aware of, rather than the 10 out of the, almost 1 million in the First World War.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying like we shouldn't celebrate it, but I feel like this is kind of, the temperature of the country we've been going through. Like, I feel like they didn't really read the room in this fact.
No, they did. They did read the room. That's what it is. It's division. They just want to keep poking in the dagger. That's all it is. They immigrate millions of these people over here in a short amount of time, and they're not assimilating, and then they go and do this. It's just to further anger people is all it is.
I'd be curious to know like how many Sikhs serve in the Canadian Forces nowadays. Maybe Google that. Let's see what that says. How many Sikhs?
I mean, what, out of the 30,000?
Yeah. Let's see how many are in.
It's not publicly available.
That doesn't make sense.
Which probably means there's none.
I mean, I'm sure there's a
10,
few.
10 Sikhs. Oh, during the First World War, only 10.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I mean, anyone who's going to fight for our country, no matter if it's only 10, still have my respect.
of course.
But
of course.
I feel like honoring such a small amount versus the other half, I don't know. It made me feel a little way. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, well, they did it at a time where people are getting pissed off about mass immigration.
So
It doesn't help them. It doesn't help them at all. It just pisses people off who are from Canada, generations of Canada. You can say, oh, they've been here forever, sure, whatever you want to say. I don't care. It's still just further pissing people off and dividing people.
Yeah.
Why don't we have something unifying that has just Canada on the postage stamp instead of pulling out subgroups of people that are typically minorities and blasting them everywhere? Why don't we have a unifying postage stamp?
Well, why didn't they
brings
share
people
more
together.
information on the fact of about the 250,000 that were not allowed to fight?
Because it doesn't help their cause.
I don't understand that. Like, what made them?
It says here that this is from CBC, but just take it with a grain of salt. Thousands of Sikhs at the time tried to join, but they were turned away. Maybe they weren't fitting the qualifications. Maybe it wasn't racism.
Yeah,
There were black people in there. There were indigenous people in there. But yeah, it was racist against this particular group.
my thing is, if you're going to say thousands of Sikhs are turned away, well, then give us the reason why were they turned away.
Oh, exactly. Where's the proof of the thousands too?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay, let's play the clip from the soldier.
Okay, hold on here.
I just should be in your, yeah, this one. So this is a 100-year-old British World War II veteran expressing how he feels about.
Remembrance Sunday mean for you? What is your message?
My message is, I can see in my mind's eye those rows and rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry. The sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now.
Oh, well, I'm
What
sorry.
What do you mean by that, though?
Well, what we fought for, and what we fought for was our freedom. We find that even now it's darn sight worse than what it was when I fought for it.
What does Remembrance Sunday mean for
Interesting.
you? What is your
They didn't like what he said because it's damn true.
Now, is he regarding like, because they all have accents there, so I'm wondering if he's referring to Britain rather than.
Yeah, it said his Britain World War II vet
Okay.
there. Yeah. So he's in Britain, Turning Point, UK, and he's referring to the freedoms that they're taking away from the British citizens right now. They're turning against their own people and pushing forward in this particular region Muslims.
Yep.
You know, like it makes sense. They don't like it, and he's on national television saying this.
Well, it's sad
But
to
it's
see
true.
such someone that old getting that upset about it too.
Yeah.
That's
Well, imagine you go there and you fight for your country, World War II, the biggest war to ever happen in modern history,
yeah.
and to fight through that, see all the people that you loved, you cared for, your friends, your family die, and then to see what the country turns into,
Yeah.
all those lives lost for what?
Nothing.
Nothing. Same here. Same with here.
Yeah. Well, it's like that one Afghan vet who was in the House of Commons talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I wouldn't have done it if I knew this is what it was for.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's like, I don't recognize this country anymore.
Yep.
And he was saying like the Afghan monument was like put in the back of the House of Commons, so like people could barely see it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like what we do for our vets in Canada and even in the States, it's a joke. Like they don't get paid enough. They don't get enough help when they come home. And it's just like back in old days, like native tribes, like when warriors would come home, it was like the whole tribe grieved with them. There was like a process they ran them through.
Yeah.
And it's like here you get what's that assisted suicide stuff called? Maids offered to these vets all the time. Hey, are you having a hard time dealing with regular life now?
Yeah.
Coming back from war? Well, instead of us, giving you the proper help, we can just have you die. Be much easier that way.
That's crazy.
That girl on Instagram, Kelsey Shrine, she's a huge proponent in fighting against that maid program.
They should get rid of it. They're trying to expand it to mental health.
Well, they are like offering it to kids.
They're estimating 14 million people are going to die from that.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's coercion.
Like, hey, are you having a hard day? Yeah, I am. Well, you would make your day easier? What's that? If you just ended it all.
Yeah, hey, we're making your lives miserable by importing millions of people, making you financially broke, and destroying your national pride and identity. Here's the solution. Off yourself.
Yeah.
We'll help you.
That's-
Taxpayer funded.
That's insane. I feel so,
That's
that's
crazy.
embarrassing
That's embarrassing.
on all ends. I feel bad for this, World War II vet. I feel bad for people who are not allowed to wear the poppy because it's apparently making a statement. Oh, what's up, dog? Shout out to Quinnen's little dog who just jumped up.
Yeah,
Alrighty, what else do we got here today? Fuck, that seemed like it was a buzzkill.
it was.
Oh, this was a big one. Okay, so over the past month and a bit, we've been hearing about this ostrich farm in BC. Well, the Canadian government basically took control of their farm, saying that their birds had avian bird flu, and that the owners of the farm were saying like, no, they didn't. You can come retest our birds. And then apparently this past weekend, they finally culled the herd, which means killing them all. So let's see how this folds out.
This is a day the owners of Universal Ostrich Farm in Edgewood hoped would never come. Their flock of
Remember the name, Universal Ostrich Farm.
300 plus birds
in
is
Edgewood.
gone. After the Canadian Food Inspection Agency brought in trained marksmen to cull the ostriches Thursday evening.
All night, our animals were put into a kill box of hay bales, traumatized. Their last moments were fear, and all of us had to listen to shot after shot after shot.
10 months ago, the cull was ordered when an ostrich tested positive for avian flu and 70 birds died
Allegedly.
from the virus. The farm's owners insisted the surviving animals had herd immunity that could be used for research, but the CFIA asserted the ostriches could still carry avian flu. And on Thursday, the Supreme Court declined to hear the owners' appeal.
We would have paid for the testing. The FDA and the NIH offered to pay for the testing. The Trump administration offered.
The owners are outraged at how the cull was carried out.
Canadian Food Inspection Agency brought war to our farm. They didn't bring death by dignity or respect of life. Last night they brought war.
In a statement, the agency said, after consulting with experts experienced in managing ostrich disease outbreaks, the CFIA concluded the most appropriate and humane option was to use professional marksmen in a controlled on-farm setting. All depopulation activities were concluded under CFIA veterinary supervision.
They would have been bouncing off each other in fear
Shooting them?
and in pain, dropping to their knees, tripping over one another. There was no hope for them.
RCMP remained on scene Friday at their
Well, the loud noises would freak them right out. The shots ringing off? Like,
Yeah,
come on.
like they're not even using suppressed firearms.
They couldn't needle them? Really?
I don't know.
west of the
This
CFIA as the
so
cleanup
fucked.
continued.
When certain things like this happen, there's going to be a lot of emotion, a lot of passion. So that simply comes out through words a lot of the time. In this particular case, we're continuing our investigation with a number of threats towards CFIA agents as well as their contractors.
Having
No
lost a
shit.
10-month battle to keep their flock alive, the farm's owners who garnered worldwide support aren't sure how to move on.
Number one, it's going to be protecting my family from heartache and pain and the loss of livelihoods.
Right now, they don't plan on replacing the ostriches. Animals, they say, were like family. Shannon Patterson, CTV News.
Crazy.
That's so fucked up, man. This podcast episode is going down a dark path today, but shit,
government overreach, man.
this is the news, guys. And I heard about this, like, well, we talked about it a little while ago, but like the fact that they wouldn't do testing again, they said no, and I mean this got
That's because it got so much attention. They didn't want the test results to come out.
and the RCMP, like, yeah, threats against the CFIA, like contractors, no shit, because you're literally coming in, taking over somebody's property,
Mm-hmm.
and then killing them.
Yep.
Like, and bringing in marksmen. It doesn't take a marksman to shoot a bird that's fucking 10 feet high.
No.
Like,
There
this-
could have been a more humane way to do that. You should have at least exhausted all efforts first by allowing the tests to go again. But no, you don't do that. You come in there like big tough guys and you shoot some birds. That's crazy.
And part of me kind of feels bad too for the the RCM people who had to be there, because I'm sure they didn't want to deal with that
Well,
shit.
they're following orders at the end of the day. Like, I wouldn't blame them. I would blame the government and the CFIA. That's
Yeah,
what I
but
would
you know what? Sometimes you got to take a stand.
Well, yeah.
Blind loyalty
Yeah.
isn't loyalty.
Well, when men stop being men, this is the stuff that happens. Government overreach. No one says anything.
So my thing is, I mean, I'm sure the farmers don't give a shit, but like, do they get compensated for this?
Probably not. Not fair compensation anyway.
But what you were saying, how early or a couple years ago,
2021.
yeah, let's read this because this was kind of seems odd.
A specific ostrich farm in British Columbia, Universal Ostrich Farms in Edgewood, has claimed that its birds were part of a research project with a Japanese university to study the use of ostrich antibodies for diseases like COVID-19 and avian flu. The farm owners asserted that their ostriches were involved in an international program with Dr. Yasuhiro Tsukamoto. Okay. Of Kyoto Prefectural University in Japan.
Kyoto.
Focusing on extracting antibodies from the ostrich's eggs. Research in Japan has successfully produced ostrich antibodies that effectively block the virus that causes COVID-19. These antibodies have been used in experimental face masks, nasal drops, and candies in Japan, with a cancer hospital in Osaka even beginning a clinical trial on using the nasal drops to prevent infections. The farm's claims became part of a highly publicized dispute with the Canadian Food Inspection Agency in late 2024 and 2025. The CFIA ordered the culling of the farm's flock after an H5N1 avian flu outbreak was detected. Only on 70 of them, as it claimed there, and the other ones would have had antibodies because they didn't get culled. So why would you do something like that? They're preventing infections. It's working. Obviously, they're doing it in Japan. They put it to market for people. So obviously, they had research data to back up that the antibodies were working.
So I feel like there's a second hidden motive here with culling of this ostrich farm.
They call it public safety for the avian flu, but yet they produced antibodies. If it was really that bad, the whole flock would have been wiped out.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my heart goes out to her. You know, like that whole family, you could see like she was just heartbroken.
Well, how much money have they spent into that? I'm sure it was subsidized from the university for research, whatever, but they put a lot of effort, time, and emotion into the work that they were doing, and they had good results.
Yeah.
So however long it was, years of work, 4 years of work, out the tube, because the government doesn't like it.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to find out some more details on this in the near future here, but shame on the government for doing this and the way they handled it. Like, come on.
Well, clearly they were onto something and the government shut it down. That's just a fact. If you just look at what we wrote there, or we read you there, you can just see for yourself that it's not a conspiracy.
Yeah,
The Japanese aren't involved in Western conspiracies here.
It doesn't pass the sniff test, as the cool kids say it nowadays.
Never does. It just never does. Should we go to the next one?
What's the next one here? Oh yeah, sure.
Mr. Don Cherry.
Oh, I feel like we should have played that before this one.
Yeah, we should have.
But so it's been 6 years since Don Cherry was fired for saying everyone should wear a poppy.
On the poppy thing anymore, because what's the sense?
this.
I live in Mississauga. Nobody wears. Very few people wear a poppy. Downtown Toronto, forget it. Downtown Toronto, nobody wears a poppy. And I'm not going to. He says, wait a minute. How about running it for the people that buy them? Now you go to the small cities, and you know those the rows on rows. You people love you that come here, whatever it is. You love our way of life. You love our milk and honey. At least you could pay a couple of bucks for poppies or something like that. These guys pay for your way of life that you enjoy in Canada. These guys paid the biggest price. Anyhow, I'm going to run it again for you great people and good Canadians that bought a poppy. I'm still going to run it anyhow.
Love you for it.
I would know you people, by the way.
Yeah. So he got fired for that, which I thought was kind of
crazy.
He didn't say, and I feel like we've said worse on this podcast than he did, but that's kind of a bit of a.
We have said worse.
He said that pretty clearly. Yeah. Like, you know what? If you guys want to come to Canada, and that's for Canadians here as well. If you don't want to wear the poppy, then don't. I don't know. I think it's stupid. Everyone should be required to wear a poppy. It shows whether you agree with it or not. It's showing respect for your countrymen, for the ones who gave, like Don Cherry said, the ultimate price their life.
What is to not agree with, though?
Yeah.
I don't get it. How is that even controversial?
Yeah.
They've made it controversial. They've made it political.
Yeah.
A poppy, Remembrance Day. How is that political at all?
Well,
Like, these people these days are just complete lunatics.
they're always going to find something to be offended by.
Yeah.
But
don't worry, the government's here to save you.
yes, which leads us to another great clip of Canada could have guaranteed livable basic income program. So if you want to read this, Quentin, so I don't fumble these words.
Canada is moving closer to introducing a guaranteed livable basic income program. A guaranteed livable basic income is a government program that would provide regular cash payments to eligible Canadians, specifically anyone over the age of 17 who needs it.
Everyone.
So everyone. To cover essentials like food, housing, clothing, transportation, and other basics for a dignified life. The bill passed second reading in the Senate on November 6th and now heads to committee. The Parliamentary Budget Office estimates a full rollout could cost about $93 billion annually.
Wow.
Jeez.
Now, okay, so I heard a couple of people talk about the debate between universal basic income, and I'm not 100% against it, but I'm not 100% for it. And I know that is odd hearing it from me, but what if there was a way, because, so many jobs are being automated, AI is taking over now, and we're supposed to be in an abundance of income, like federally now. Like we should be getting more money, whatever the case. Now, imagine if every month you didn't have to worry about your rent, groceries, you said transportation, and other amenities, which I don't understand. But the three basic ones would be like food, rent, mortgage, and I guess you could say transportation, bills, basically. Now, what if the government took a chunk, sent you a certain amount of money every month where it covered those things, but you still kept your full check? I mean, excluding taxes, right? And then you could use that money towards things, that you cared about. And a lot of people are like, well, you're just going to get lazy people who are not going to work. That's true. You're going to get that no matter what, because we already have welfare and all that, and people abuse that already. But imagine if, you got that money, you didn't have to worry about it. You could focus the money that you're working for on other things, like, better education for your kids, going on vacation, or exploring, more hobbies, building your own business. I think it could be a good thing, but the way it's being marketed, I feel like it's not going to go well. What's your take on it?
Well, my take is it is communism. It's communism. It's not good. It's not good. And the reason it's not good is because the government's rolling it out and it says eligible Canadians. Who is that?
Yeah.
People who are already not working, people who are coming here as a refugee, an immigrant, the same people they're already giving money to.
Yeah.
So it doesn't incentivize people to do anything.
Yeah.
And where is this money coming from? The people who are working their butts off already.
Okay.
That's
my thing is, though, is like so many things are going to be not what's that word?
Automated.
Automated, yeah. We're gonna have a lot of people are gonna be out of work. People who are in like the transport industry, a lot of jobs will be lost. But I agree with you on the fact that it says eligible Canadians. No, to get this basic income, there should be requirements. You have to prove that you're currently working or looking for work, and it should be universal for everyone, not just eligible people. If it's not for everyone, then no, I don't want it.
We're disagreeing completely on this. We're on complete opposite sides.
That's okay. That's the good thing about being able to disagree with other people.
The thing is that the big question is, where is the money coming from? I heard Elon Musk talk about this on the Rogan podcast, and he laid it out in a good way that sounds good. And it's okay, the things that you said about automation's going to come. AI is going to come when you have no taxis anymore that are driven by people.
Mm-hmm.
You have marketing agencies that are completely run by AI. All of these jobs will be gone, but that would essentially create more wealth.
Yeah.
Right? Like you said, But at the same time, the same people are still in the government, running the government.
Oh yeah.
So the problem is that you're going to have communism. It's basically what
Well,
it
I think
is.
what
It
will
sounds
hap-
good. It sounds like a utopia. It sounds like, oh, everyone's going to be fine and not have to stress, and they can go and live their life and enjoy their life.
I know it sounds
It's
it
utopian.
sounds good, but there could be downsides. I'm not 100% on board for it, but it's like all these companies who are now no longer having to pay a workforce. Government steps in. Okay, says since you're not paying a workforce now, you guys get taxed a little bit more on certain things. And I know that sounds communist, socialist, but if it works out and it benefits everyone, then I think it'd be a good thing. But it has to be able to apply, and everyone has to be able to get it. Anyone 17 and older.
Who decides what's fair?
What?
You know, let me argue your side. I'll
Okay.
argue your side for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk to me.
So if the government stopped their climate crisis BS and fully locked into all of our resources in all provinces across the country, and because they own the rights to it, they hire private companies, which would then create jobs, which would then boost the government's income without having to tax people more. Essentially, they could remove tax, make their own money, and then fund these programs. That would be okay.
Yeah.
But putting that into practice is not going to happen because of the way they think. And not only that, let's say we're all on universal basic income. My house is nicer than your house. That's going to cause a problem with people. What's fair? Okay, this guy just sits around and does nothing all day while I'm actually contributing to society. There's going to be a lot of division with that.
I
can't have the perfect system where everyone's got the same size house, the same kind of car, and everyone's got the same amount of paycheck. It's a fantasy.
Yeah. Well, I get that. And I think part of me really, it's nice to think about.
It's nice, but don't
Just imagine if I didn't have to worry about, rent, food, and, the majority of my bills. It's like, okay, the majority of my money I can spend on things I want to do, doing more things with my kids because I'm such a bad dad. Remember what that one bitch said? Starting a smaller business. I'm not saying everyone's going to be happy with it, but for the people who would use it properly, I think it would benefit us very well.
But how would that change you as a person? There's an old adage. There's
Less
no such
stress.
thing as a free lunch.
No, but I technically it wouldn't still be free. You'd still be paying taxes, and dog's happy. What I don't know. There's no real good there's no good answer to this because it's just hypothetical. But if everyone actually pitched in, did their part, this could be great. And saying
How would you enforce that?
Well, you make a committee or you make a force that says, hey,
more bureaucracy.
Well, I feel like if it benefits people, like, hey, you know what? You're getting, this $2,000 a month from the government. What are you doing? Are you working?
Who's going to enforce that? They can't even keep up with criminals. They let them loose. They don't know where they are.
Well, I'm saying, a lot of shit's going to have to change.
Okay, I can argue my side and your side put together and make it coherent and sound good.
Yeah.
So the government does what I said about making people not pay taxes by using all the resources we have and exporting.
Okay.
And also making every province independent and financially stable. Okay? So all the provinces are surplus every year, every fiscal year.
Yeah,
okay?
We're doing good.
You can remove taxes. Then people aren't so strapped.
Yeah.
To combat the food and the clothing and whatever else you want to do, enjoyment of life, that would help. You deport and stop immigrating people here without the infrastructure.
Yep.
Okay? So now house prices are going down. I own a house, but I don't care. If the betterment of our country is that we get rid of these people who are clogging up our systems and creating a more affordable society, that's fine.
Yeah.
So then people aren't so strapped because they actually have money in their pocket because the government isn't taxing them to oblivion. You're putting more money in the pocket of people, thus creating a better, stronger economy because people aren't living on credit and they can actually enjoy their lives. So then people are actually happy with the country they live in. You don't have mass exodus, and you don't have a universal basic communism income because you don't need it.
Yeah.
Because there's enough wealth in the country where people can actually do it themselves.
Okay.
Not have Big Brother to give them the money. So the problem is that it seems so good because the government's created such a bad situation in this country that we're all economically in trouble. And then they keep spending and spending and making it worse. Whereas if they just used the resources we have, sold that to make their own money so they didn't have to tax the citizens, we would be fine.
Okay.
It's a better utopia because it's a utopia for responsible
people who actually want
to work and contribute to society.
Okay, I'm on board with that too.
And not only that, the problem with universal basic income is if people don't work, they have no purpose in life.
Yeah.
So they're going to be sitting at home for what, 60 years? There's no enjoyment in life. You're not happy. You know,
I guess that falls on each person.
Well, how much money are you getting? Are you getting 10,000 a month where you can actually go on trips, or are you getting 3,000 a month?
10,000 a month, I'd be staying home too.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Then you can actually enjoy.
No, but you know what they'll do? They'll basically make a survey and find out what the average amount people use or spend each month, and they'll do it that way. But if they did it a way where it's like it's enough for you to cover your bills, but not enough to thrive on, I think it might give enough incentive for people to, pull it up by their bootstraps and get going.
It's universal basic income.
Yeah. Not, universal.
Not flourishing income.
Yeah. So make it that way. Because listen, I tell you what, if I had my rent and groceries looked after, fuck, I could we could throw money into this podcast more. We could do a lot of great things. But I know that's kind of...
It's a pipe dream. It's a safety net, and we're trading freedom for safety.
Well, I don't want to trade my freedom
when you're beholden to people, that's what you do. Big Brother tells you how much money you get per month, where you can live, what you can get for groceries. That is not good.
Well, no, not saying like how much. This is the only amount you can spend on groceries. Like you can spend your other money too, but like imagine them giving you $500 for groceries, $1,000 towards your rent every month.
That's nothing.
But it's more than zero.
But what do they get in return?
Well, that's what the thing is. Like, if it's not raising our taxes, I'm talking about it from a point of view. If there's an abundance of wealth. So let's say we access all our resources. All these big companies don't have workforce anymore, so they're not paying it. They get taxed more there, so they're not losing money per se because they're not paying their workforce. Even though, they still get taxed, it's the outcome or the bad versus the good, or the good weighs out the bad in that sense. So it's companies like, okay, listen, we know we're not paying workforce anymore. We'll pitch in towards this. Everyone's happy.
Well, let's just say we go with your math. $1,500 a month, it's $18,000 a year. I pay way more than that in tax.
Yeah.
If they just limited my tax, I'd be rich.
Okay, so let's say they limit tax. Then.
Eliminate. You wouldn't need universal basic income because then people are not getting taxed.
That's another pipe dream, though. They're never not going to not tax us.
Pipe dream if they were making their own money. If in this hypothetical scenario, if they harnessed all the resources that we have and made their own money instead of taxing their citizens,
well, not
everyone have tons of money. Look at Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Same thing. Everything's paid for there. Nobody pays tax. Everyone's living decent.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't.
Maybe not the women.
I don't agree with what they do over there, but the people can do whatever they want to do.
But like you look at like Nordic countries like Norway, Sweden, all of them, they have a super high tax bracket, but the government also pays for all their shit too. I'm curious to know what their quality of life is like.
Well, things are a little bit different over there.
Would you rather pay higher taxes knowing that all your other shit was covered?
No, I'd rather not pay any tax and then pay all my shit myself.
That's true. I'm with that too. But
they could do it.
These are big pipe dreams we're talking about here. No taxes.
If you had the right government, if I was in power right now, I would eliminate taxes within 2 years.
Yeah.
Gone.
Or just get everyone to tap into, like we said,
their
resources.
Equalization payments, gone. Immigration, gone. 80% subsidies on temporary foreign workers, gone.
Yeah.
You have to keep up with yourself. You have the people, you have the resources, do it now.
Agreed.
I'd force pipelines across the country. It would be...
I have a pipeline through my house.
It would be insane.
Right?
And nobody would pay tax because you wouldn't have to.
Right?
And we'd have that debt gone within a couple of years. $1 trillion isn't that much when you factor in all the resources we have in this country. Nothing.
No, it would be good.
We'd be gone in a year.
Okay, dope. I like it.
Should we end there?
No, fuck no. Let's keep going.
Okay.
We got, what else do we got here? Universal basic income. Oh, you know what? Some good news. Or you know what? Let's talk about
Let's talk
before
about-
we get to that. Let's talk about this.
Okay, let's do
Okay,
this.
so we've talked in previous podcasts of what's going on in Nigeria.
Yep.
Also with Sudan too. Christians are getting slaughtered by the thousands every day, and it's been blown up on social media. There's even a picture of like if you went onto Google Maps and you zoomed in, you could see these massive graves of dead Africans there.
Innocent people.
So Trump,
A big man Trump here,
big man Trump,
swinging his you-know-what around.
his big old
balls.
orange dick.
Christianity is facing.
We're done with this, and he kind of gave a little threat to Nigeria. Said, "Hey, if you guys don't figure it out,
Daddy's coming.
We're gonna come.
Big Daddy's coming."
Yeah, let's listen to what he says.
An existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. That's a legal definition. When the Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. What horrible numbers. Something has to be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and to report back to me. And I mean, like, immediately. The United States cannot stand by while
Like,
such
right
atrocities
fucking
are
now.
happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. It's not only Nigeria, it's all over. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world.
Yep.
This is not going to happen. The killing of Christians is not going to happen. Christianity is...
Okay,
That's what I'm talking about. That's real leadership right there. Mr. Donald J. Trump.
So, do you think this could be the third crusade?
You know what? I just got to say one thing real quick. And that's this right here. All I got to say is this. 1 second.
Oh, careful. You might get dinged for it, though.
Oh,
If there's music,
there's no music.
fuck it, play it.
We're playing it.
I already know what you're going to
I
play.
think it's safe to say that our luck has officially turned around, guys. We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We are back. Classic. We are back. We are back.
Hell yeah.
The tables are turning, my friends.
You know what? I feel like that would be if Canada got behind this. I know the owner of BlackRock made a statement to the Vatican saying to fund his army to go into Nigeria, but I feel like that's a war people could get behind.
Yeah, I think so. That's a righteous war.
That's what I mean.
Yep.
If the state says, "Hey, we're going to war," and Canada says, "Hey, we're following," probably because we wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
No, that would be insane.
That would be wild.
I mean, if I didn't have kids, I'd sign up for that. Like, that's a war I would be, that's a war I'd be worth fighting for.
It's the holy war.
That's the holy war.
That's the third crusade, baby.
Amen, baby.
On more positive news.
Okay, so this is more towards me because Quentin here never watches movies.
Joel's tism.
But Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz reuniting for the fourth Mummy movie. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so stoked for this. I love him so much. Brendan Fraser in the first Mummy and the second Mummy, those were two of my favorite movies growing up as a kid.
I remember watching those.
I loved him so much. The third one sucked. Don't recommend watching it. They switched out. It was like Egyptian, or no, not Egyptian. It was like Genghis Khan mummy style stuff. It sucked. They didn't even have Rachel Weisz in it.
The third one?
Yeah.
Which was in that one, right?
No, that was the second one,
Oh,
dude. That's when he played the Scorpion King.
Yeah.
Bro. God, I'm so stoked. I can't wait for this.
When is it coming out?
I don't know. It's just says they all signed up to come on.
1999. Wow, that's a throwback, dude.
Yeah, that was the first one, dude. I've watched that.
2001.
Yeah, that was the Mummy Returns.
No way.
Hell yeah. I'm so stoked
That's
on this,
awesome.
guys. This is the best news ever.
My buddy's dad used to pirate these back in the day when we were kids. We
Really?
watched them. Oh yeah.
That's great. Yeah,
So
I
good.
recently just watched these again, and they still hold up, which is funny because the CGI in number 1 is 10 times better than in The Mummy 2. Like
Really?
The Mummy, oh yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been rated like one of the worst CGI movies ever. Like when The Rock is like the Scorpion King at the end, it's so freaking bad.
Is this Paramount?
That's doing this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Taylor Sheridan?
No, he's not. He's too busy doing the Call of Duty movie, dude, and making all the other.
He's the man, though. That guy's so good, dude. Mayor of Kingstown, bro.
Did you start watching it?
We're already halfway through the second season.
Dude, how good is it?
Unreal.
Okay, you want to know something funny about that?
What?
Someone told me, he goes, "You want to know what Mayor of Kingstown is?" And he goes, "What?" He goes, "This is every episode. It's just Mike answering the phone, going, fuck, what? Okay, I'm on my way."
Beating up that Lincoln, yeah.
Yeah, and he's always just doing a U-turn.
Yeah.
That could be every season of Mayor of Kingstown. Just Mike answering the phone and then flipping a U-turn. Funny story. Okay, so in season 1, you know the guy that he always beats the shit out of in the bar?
The Russian guy? Yeah.
I worked with him.
What?
Yeah, so he came to the range to shoot this movie that he was doing with Jude Law and Nicholas Hoult. And we were going over gun stuff with him. And I talked to him. I was like, "Hey man," I was like, "I really liked your character in Mayor of Kingstown." He was also in Goon. He played like one of the Russian brothers.
Nice.
But I
Was he
was
actually Russian?
No,
Oh.
not at all.
Oh, that ruins it.
But I was like, "I felt bad for your character in Mayor of Kingstown." He goes, "Why?" I was like, "Because every scene, Jeremy Renner just beats the shit out of you every season." And I think in even season 2 he does. Oh yeah. He started laughing. He goes, "Yeah, I get my ass kicked in like every episode." I was like, "Dude."
It was awesome. He came back for thirds. I couldn't
Yeah. Well, I can't say if he's in season 3.
He's not.
No.
I've seen that already. She killed him.
Yeah. Knock on wood. Spoiler alert. I mean,
Oh,
if you haven't watched that show, fucking,
you suck.
it's already on the 4th season, which is so good.
New episodes are coming out too. I've seen.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
It's awesome.
It's such. I won't ruin it for you. It's such a heavy show. Have you watched Lioness yet?
I don't do girl bosses.
Dude, I'm telling you, you need to watch it. I know fucking Kelly ruined it for you.
Yeah. She said I wouldn't like it. She knows what I like.
I'm telling you, you would. From you love guns, like the gun choreographer or what's the tech, the advising tech guy on it it's basically just a commercial for the CIA and the U.S. military of showing all their dope shit that they use, and everything they do in it is pretty on par. They always bring on former dev crew guys or guys from the unit, and the gunplay in it, how they move, everything they talk about, it's so good. You need to watch it. Stop being sexist just because she's a girl boss. Did you like Avatar?
It was okay.
She was a girl boss in it, Natiri.
I didn't love it.
Oh, fuck you.
I don't do girl bosses. I can't watch it, man. I fucking can't.
What about did you ever watch what's the one with Charlize Theron? Something blonde. Atomic Blonde.
No.
No, you haven't seen that? Dude, she's like the woman version of John Wick.
You know what actually I did like?
What?
Laura Croft.
Wow, out of
Raider.
all the girl bosses. Fuck, Laura Croft sucked.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I mean, she's on point.
Oh, you're just saying Angelina Jolie. You're a fan
Yeah.
of Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
You like Angelina Jolie's big tits.
She's a girl boss I can get behind.
Oh, God. No.
No, you wouldn't want to be Mr. Smith, man. Come on.
No, dude. I love my wife.
Hypothetical scenario, obviously.
What, is she your crush?
No, I used to like her as a kid.
Every kid did.
Yeah.
Her in the first Laura Croft movie, dude, they made her boobs so much bigger in the first one than they did the second one.
Mhm.
They were just like, oof. Them tickle bitties were right in your face.
Yeah. She's jacked, kicking butt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Number 2 kind of sucked, though.
It's been a while.
That movie came out a hot minute ago as well. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm going to go see tomorrow? Is the new Predator movie.
Oh, wow.
Badlands. Fuck yeah, dude.
What,
I can't
in
wait.
theaters?
Yeah, I'm going to go see an IMAX. I got a day off, no kids. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go see this in IMAX. By myself.
Have a
Yes, I
big day.
know. Yeah. Have what do they call a mental day. Okay?
Yeah, there you
I'm gonna go watch an alien kill other aliens. That's my mental day, guys.
It's awesome.
Fuck. Yeah, so good. I can't wait.
That's nice. You have to let me know how it is.
I'll let you know, but you probably won't watch it.
I could watch it right now.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I wish you didn't work tomorrow because then you could have a little gay guy date.
Yeah, that sounds
Could
good.
watch a movie together.
I'll bring the tea.
You would bring tea. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to another episode with us. Please like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff.
It helps with the algorithms. Please boost it if you can.
Yeah, and let us know of some guests you'd like us to bring on. Remember, we're not Rogan, so we can't have all these big-ass guests on, but we are excited to bring Jason on here soon.
Yep.
And we're just going to try to get more guests on in the future here. So
yep.
We love you. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Bears Me Podcast. This is the Bears Me Podcast.